Picture this. It's Saturday morning. You're at a gas station watching numbers climb on the pump faster than your bank account ever has. Across from you, a brand new luxury SUV. Gloss black rims, panoramic roof, interior that looks like it belongs in a private jet. You glance at the sticker on the window. $76,000. You do the mental math. How is everyone affording this? Because it's not just one person, it's everywhere. New trucks, new SUVs, fully loaded vehicles with payments that used to be mortgage-sized. Are people secretly rich, or is there something bigger happening? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on how the modern car payment system works and why so many people are quietly signing up for a decade of financial pressure without realizing it. Part 1. The death of the sticker price. There was a time when people asked, how much does it cost? Now they ask, how much per month? That subtle shift changed the entire industry. When you focus on total cost, a $65,000 truck feels expensive. When you focus on monthly cost, it becomes a math problem, and math problems can be manipulated. Longer loan, lower payment. Small down payment, roll it in. Negative equity, we'll take care of it. Suddenly, something unaffordable becomes manageable. The dealership doesn't sell you a vehicle, they sell you a monthly commitment. Part 2. The stretching of time. Let's talk about time, because time is the secret weapon here. Car loans used to be short. Now, 6 years is common, 7 years is normal. 8 years doesn't shock anyone. Some lenders are even experimenting with 9 and 10-year auto loans. Think about that. A decade-long commitment for something that loses value every single day. But here's why it works. Time lowers the monthly pain. Stretch anything long enough and it feels lighter. But while your monthly payment shrinks, your total cost grows. Interest compounds. Depreciation continues, and your flexibility disappears. You don't own the car. The timeline owns you. Part 3. The illusion of affordable. Let's say someone earns $70,000 a year. After taxes, maybe they bring home $4,500 per month. An $850 car payment doesn't seem insane in isolation, but that's just the surface. Add insurance, $200 to $300, fuel, $300 to $500, maintenance, $100 to $200 average. Now transportation costs could easily hit $1,400 a month. That's nearly 1/3 of take-home pay, and that's before rent, groceries, utilities, or savings. So how do people make it work? They squeeze everything else. Part 4. The lifestyle compression effect. When a major fixed expense increases, something else has to give. So people compress their lifestyle. They delay saving for retirement, reduce emergency fund contributions, skip vacations, avoid investing, live with roommates longer, postpone homeownership. From the outside, they look successful. On the inside, they're reallocating everything to support that vehicle. It's not that they can afford it easily, it's that they're choosing it over other priorities. Part 5. The emotional hook. Now here's where it gets deeper. Cars are emotional purchases. They represent status, freedom, achievement, identity. When someone drives something impressive, it signals something to the world. I'm doing well. And that signal feels powerful, especially in a culture driven by comparison. Social media has amplified this. You don't see the loan agreement, you see the polished exterior. and subconsciously you start measuring your success by what's in your driveway. Part 6. The trade-in cycle. This is where many people get stuck. They buy a new vehicle on a long-term loan. After 3 or 4 years, they want something newer, but they still owe more than the vehicle is worth. So the dealership offers a solution. We'll roll the remaining balance into your new loan. Translation: you're now paying for 2 cars, one you drive and one you don't. Repeat this cycle 2 or 3 times and the loan balance balloons. Payments increase, loan terms reset, the clock starts over, and financial freedom gets pushed further away. Part 7. The hidden multipliers. The car payment is just the beginning. Higher vehicle value means higher insurance premiums, higher registration fees, more expensive tires, more expensive repairs. Luxury vehicles often require premium parts and specialized service. A brake job that used to cost $400 can now cost $1,200. A simple sensor replacement can be $900. Modern vehicles are technological marvels. They're also financial liabilities when something breaks. Part 8. The real 7-year cost. Let's run an expanded scenario. Vehicle price, $60,000. Loan, 7 years. Payment, about $850 a month. Over 7 years, $71,000 in payments. Insurance over 7 years, about $20,000. Fuel over 7 years, about $30,000. Maintenance and repairs, about $15,000. Total ownership cost, $136,000 plus dollars. At the end, vehicle value may be $18,000 to $22,000. That gap is the real cost of image plus convenience plus emotion. Now multiply that by 2 vehicles in a household. The numbers become staggering. Part 9. Opportunity cost, the quiet wealth killer. Now imagine instead investing $850 per month for 7 years at a modest return. You could build significant wealth. Not flashy, not Instagram worthy, but powerful. And if that investing continued for 15 or 20 years, now you're talking about real financial independence. The car payment doesn't just cost money, it costs momentum. Part 10. Why people don't feel the pain immediately. Because it's gradual. The payment becomes routine, like a subscription. Month after month. It doesn't feel dramatic until an emergency hits, a job loss happens, interest rates rise, insurance increases. Then the tightness shows, and that's when the real risk becomes visible. Part 11. The cultural normalization. The reason this feels acceptable is simple. Everyone is doing it. When extreme payments become common, they stop feeling extreme. If every driveway on your street has 2 new vehicles, it rewires your expectations. Debt becomes normalized. Long loan terms become normal. Living stretched becomes normal. And normal doesn't feel dangerous. Part 12. Who actually wins? Not the buyer, not long term. The lender wins, the dealership wins, the manufacturer wins, the insurance company wins. Every layer profits from extended financing and higher prices. The only person carrying the long-term burden is the consumer. Part 13. The alternative mindset. This isn't about never buying a nice vehicle. It's about intentionality. Ask, does this payment align with my long-term goals? Am I building assets or just consuming them? Would future me thank me for this decision? Because financial freedom rarely looks impressive in the short term. it looks boring, but boring compounds. Final reflection. The next time you see that $80,000 truck at a stoplight, don't assume wealth, assume financing, assume trade-offs, assume a long-term contract tied to a depreciating machine, and then ask yourself, would I rather look successful for 7 years or actually become financially strong over the next 20? Because one decision, repeated monthly, determines which path you take.